Welcome, and thank you for stopping by, fellow fans of Clash of Clans. Hey, if you're a subscriber, thank you so much for clicking on the video. If you're not, now is the time to become a subscriber, turn on notifications, and of course, gently depress the like button. Galadon never asks you to smash anything except for opponents' bases. So that's what we're trying to do today, but yes, Galadon, a little bit irresponsible. Yes, I am talking to myself in the third person, but it's okay because I can do that. Okay, so here we go. I'm a little bit rushed because, yes, we've got to get 8 Legend League attacks in not a whole lot of time. Now, what happened was I logged on to start a Facebook live stream, and I realized I had about 20 minutes in which to complete 8 Legend League attacks. Now, my first thought is, well, 3 minutes per attack, 8 attacks, that's 24 minutes. There's no way I can't possibly do this. And then I realized, wait a minute, okay, attacks don't have to last 3 minutes each, right? So let's just go ahead and get in there. Now, it just turns out, just so happens, that I had this, well, kind of crazy army trained. This is that P.E.K.K.A. Earthquake army that I was using the other day, you guys, and, okay, I don't know. It's an easy attack to use. So in a situation like I found myself faced with right here, it was absolutely ideal because I can just spam the troops and go. And I'm pretty much, I'm going to go ahead and say this, pretty much guaranteed a 2-star every time. Now, some of these are close. In this case, as soon as we got to the 2-star, I quit because I figured I'm probably going to run out of time, right? I have to do 7 more attacks in like 20 minutes. How are we going to possibly get this done? So we're gemming stuff like crazy. Yes, we will keep track of the gem count today and show you guys what we spent in order to do 8 Legend League attacks in about 20 minutes. We started the day with 7,062 gems. All right, so you can see, obviously, we are just quickly going through and gemming every army, waking up the heroes, gemming the troop request as well, and I have to donate to myself because this was relatively late at night after all of the Germans go to sleep. Shh, don't wake them up. Yes, of course, they are like 8 hours later in the day than I am, so pretty much when I'm live streaming at night, I'm the only Tribe Gaming member that is awake. So we go right into it. We get the next army trained. I had screwed up some of the troops there. There it is, 20 minutes left, 7 attacks to go, and another base shows up. So hey, thankfully, no clouds, right? So it's kind of this good news, bad news thing. The bad news is you've got to focus on getting your attacks in or you're going to get trashed in trophies. That has happened to me. You guys may know that at least one day this season, I have completely forgotten to do my Legend League attacks. Like at 10:01 p.m., I realized that, hey, wait a minute, I should do my Legend League. Hold on, okay. And then it's 8 defenses and no wins. And yeah, that feels pretty bad because you got to remember, when you're attacking last second like this, every trophy is a gift. I mean, it's a freebie. You can't lose, right? You literally cannot lose trophies. The only way to lose trophies is if you don't attack. So also, then of course, combine that with the fact that this army, I'm going to go ahead and say it, this army pretty much cannot lose, okay? With a little bit of basic spell timing and placement, this Spamalicious army right here that has really no name other than P.E.K.K.A. Quake Smash or something, just absolutely crushes bases. And now, while not every single attack today is going to be an overwhelming, 80-90+% win, you will see that the problem with this army that I'm running into is that it's slow on the back end. And what I mean by that is, well, once you've gotten the Town Hall down, you've used all of your spells, your rage spells are gone. P.E.K.K.A.'s, they're just about the slowest unit out there in movement and attack speed. So what you're unfortunately stuck is with this waiting game, and this is not ideal. So that's why you see me quitting attacks early, because at this point I'm still worried about getting that 8th attack in. Now, if I had been smart, I would have timed how long it took me for the first 2 attacks, including the gemming of the armies, and then multiplied that by 4, and we would see how much time we're going to need. But I didn't see that. Instead, yeah, I'm just going for it, just rushing, and the panic was real. Let me tell you, the panic was absolutely real. You can see Galadon 12.0 is donating to me. I had my other iPad out alongside, and then we go in and we drop another raid on another base. And yes, we're running into a lot of these lopsided town halls. So as we get this attack underway, now is a good time to remind you that yes, if you haven't subscribed already, please do subscribe, and remember, we will have a Peter $17 face reveal at 2 million subscribers. All right, so again, you can see the funneling on these attacks. It's relatively minimal, okay? I do drop the P.E.K.K.A.s, and I actually just kind of let them wander off to the sides. That's great. They're going to help out, maybe clean up some buildings around the outside. The Earthquake spell, usually with a base like this, I try to drop all 4 behind the Town Hall to let those units continue their path into the core of the base. Obviously, we need to get the King, the Queen, the Eagle down so that the cleanup troops can kind of take care of the outsides. And again, maybe this wasn't the best idea, not the greatest army to use, just saying, but you know, that's the thing about Galadon. I'm likely to attack first and think later, and that's exactly what happened here. And of course, there's the fact that I'm racing through these attacks and I'm realizing that maybe, just maybe, I'll have extra time, so why not race through them anyway? Even if I have all the time in the world, just to see how quickly I can accomplish 8 Legend League attacks. Right now, we are going to quit some of these early. In fact, most of these attacks got quit early on because I just didn't want to wait for the last 10% or so. I realize I'm giving away trophies, but it was that, you know, give or take situation. Are you giving away trophies or are you going to run out of time at the end of the day? So right here, we stop, maybe 1 more building, maybe 2 with the Archer Queen, 69% magic number, and we're back to gemming the armies for the next attack. There you can see, get the next one training, wake up the heroes, and then of course spend another 20 gems to request early, and then we have to wait. I have to put my iPad down, pick up the other iPad, figure out the donation, send it. Okay, I don't have to figure it out, but it takes a few seconds, okay? Plus, there's a little bit of lag, like from what I request to when it shows up in Clam Chat. Clam Chat, yeah, that's a SpongeBob thing. Have you ever seen Clam Chat? That's what they're replacing global with. Oh, anyway, so I'm just kidding. So let's go ahead and get on to another popular base right here. As you can see, obviously, Galadon not really planning things out, just spamming the P.E.K.K.A.s along this one side here. And this time, there's like no funneling. I just like spam the P.E.K.K.A.s all the way from 9 o'clock to 12 o'clock. And then the rest of everybody's going to come in here with the Wall Wrecker and hopefully head down the middle more or less. This is kind of one of those risky, like, I don't even care. Like, seriously, let's just go. The Earthquake spells, how about this? Is there any way to destroy more walls than I just did right there with that Earthquake spell? In comes the Siege Machine, and the Archer Queen miraculously comes in behind right here. So this works out pretty well. Ice Golem, P.E.K.K.A., Archer Queen, they are in the core. And what seemed like it was likely going to be a Town Hall fail, well, we got it down. And the second star, wait, we didn't get the Town Hall down yet. Wait, there's the Town Hall. I knew it. Okay, I knew it. That's a 2-star. And as you can see, we've got a ton of troops on the top right side of this base. So what looks like, Galadon, you barely cracked 50%. This attack, especially if we had let it run its course, remember, we're ending most of these attacks early, and actually, technically, if you really wanted to see how fast you could win 8 Legend League attacks in one day, you would have to go to the point where you either get the Town Hall or 50% and then immediately quit every single time, and then you would truly have the record, right? Because that's the fastest way, because a 1-star is a win. That's the thing. This is a 2-star, and at this point, I'm kind of like, okay, 72 kind of looked like the P.E.K.K.A.s were going to be a while before they could get to the bottom of the village. So we get back in there, and now we screwed up. We didn't deploy all the armies, or the units. You can see we've got like an Ice Golem that we didn't use, and I don't even know. This is what I hate. And then I'm like, okay, I have too many wizards. I got to get rid of the wizard. Then the Ice Golem gets in there. Now I have the right spells, and the wizard then go in there, train the next set of armies. Then I got to gem up the heroes. Then I got to gem up the troop requests. And then I got to wait and switch over to the other account and send the troops myself. So yeah, at this point, I'm pretty much into full panic mode. But it's fun. I'm having a good time. And believe it or not, I was live streaming on Facebook Gaming at the same time. So if you guys don't come by fb.gg/realgaladongaming, I'll put the URL on the screen so you can read it, because you probably couldn't understand what I just said. You're missing out, because my live streams are fun, especially when I have a cafe mocha, which is what I usually drink right before I make a video. Can you tell? Can you tell? I bet you couldn't. Okay, let's get into this next attack, and you can notice that it's just like the attack that we did before, pretty much, but the base is reversed. It's upside down ice cream cone base. I don't even know what to call it, a southern teaser, northern teaser. Either way, it doesn't matter, because we're just going to spam a bunch of troops, and we're going to win. That's all there is. This attack always wins. It cannot lose. I'm telling you right now, because I'm not overconfident. I'm not cocky. I'm just a player who knows what I'm doing. Okay, maybe not that much, but enough that I can probably get a 2-star pretty much every time with an army like this, because it's not a relatively risky army. And there we go. Deep breath as we watch the units roll in. Another Earthquake over the Siege Machine, which, yes, doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I understand. But hey, remember, it's Galadon, and I'm going to do whatever I want, okay? And yes, I'm going to miss single target photos with freeze spells, okay? I throw caution to the wind. And skill to the wind sometimes. All right, so there's the freeze spell on nothing. I mean, that's even better than the first freeze spell. Oh my gosh, double freeze fail in one episode, in one attack. Oh my goodness. Okay, but again, as you can see, we get the 2nd star. We let things run out a little bit longer before it slows down. You can see we've got a ton of units up here on the top left. And at this point, we've gotten through enough of these attacks that I'm pretty confident we're not going to run out of time. So I'm kind of torn. Do I slow things down and get more trophies? I don't really care that much about trophies at this point in the season anyway. Or do I go as fast as I possibly can so I can complete all 8 attacks in an incredibly short amount of time and make the most amazing, attractive clickbait thumbnail title you've ever seen that gets people, OMG, I can't believe it, bugging out eyes, look at this guy. Well, all right, anyway, so it's not overly impressive, but I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know. Does 18 minutes for 8 Legend League attacks sound fast? I think it does. I think when you just naturally think about it, like I said at the beginning of the video, 1 attack, 3 minutes, 8 attacks, 24 minutes. This guy did it in 18. How did he possibly achieve that time-stopping, mind-bending, physics-breaking, Clash of Clans universe-violating... Anyway. So there it is, 27 more trophies. Feeling pretty good about that attack. We're going to get back in, going to gem those armies right back up. This time we didn't screw it up. Got to make sure I deploy every unit. That way then I don't have to worry about what army is training and that sort of thing. Got the heroes awake, set the request out there, and then switch over to the other iPad, pick it up, wait for the request to pop up in clan chat. Doop-de-doop, anytime. Now there it goes, and then we donate to myself. We go back, and we got the final 3 attacks with about 11 minutes left. Now check out this base. What the absolute? I had no idea. Farouk, what are you doing with this base, man? And Galadon, I'm not going for your come from the bottom right stuff. No, I'm going to hit you from the back door. I am. Do not go down to the comments with that, okay? Just leave it, okay? All right, so we're going to go in here, and pretty much I can see a direct pathway for the wall wrecker to go right towards the town hall, right? Now, of course, that does leave an issue for the multi-target infernos and the whole idea of the fact that we're not going to be hitting those very well with all these ground units going right down the middle. Oh well, that's okay. We're just going to rush down here and hope that we get to the town hall. The thought was, despite the fact that the multi-target infernos are firing, the units will roll right down the middle. We'll drop the earthquake spell right on the eagle. That's going to open up the pathway all the way to the town hall. And check it before I wreck it. Do you see it? That's right. It opened up the compartments to the multi-target infernos. There is no other attack in the game that would have been as effective against this base as the Quad Quake P.E.K.K.A. Smash devised by Galadon. That's right, 300 IQ attack right here. And yeah, what? You're saying it should be a 3-star if it were that good? Well, maybe it would have been if I had time. Remember, we only had 11 minutes left to do 3 attacks, and at 3 minutes per attack, that's not 9 minutes. Well, anyway, we're going to get these attacks done, and we're still kind of in that phase of rushing through. You know, obviously, the end of the attack kind of slow. We still have the Queen's ability. We still have a free spell as well. We haven't faced down many of the tough defenses and the defending Archer Queen, but we're rolling, man. We're closing in on 80% damage right here. So it's kind of that how long do I wait type of thing. You know, do I go all the way to the bitter end with this attack? Obviously, the last attack of the day we will, but we don't have to worry about that at the end. For these, I'm still kind of sort of rushing through. Okay, fine. We didn't end, whatever. Fine. It could have been a 3. Okay, next attack. Here we go. So gemming it all up, training another army. There we go. Finishing up, waking up the heroes, and another 18 gems. Man, have you been keeping track? It's got to be a lot of gems by now. It has to be quite a few gems. Okay, we started at somewhere over 7,000 gems, as I recall. Come on, Galadon 12.0. Jeez, took forever over there, slow boy. Okay, so here we go. And 9 minutes left, 2 attacks remaining. So at this point, we realize that we can fully complete the last 2 attacks without having to rush at all. Now, again, for probably the 4th time tonight, we've seen a base that's extremely similar to all the other bases. Now, I kind of wish I had P.E.K.K.A. Bobat right here because of that single target Inferno and the Wizard Tower at the top. But we're going to go pretty much the same way through this one. Going to spam the P.E.K.K.A.s down, a little bit more funneling. You'll notice that I actually did take a little bit more care here to do something resembling funneling. Okay, so we know that everybody else who comes in with the wall wrecker down here, well, wait a minute. We need to turn this corner first. You can see where that P.E.K.K.A. and the Ice Golem are. There we go. Now there's going to be a funnel as soon as this wall opens. There we go. Now everybody else is rolling in here, sort of towards the town hall. But of course, we've got Quad Quake. So as we prepare with the earthquake spells, we know for sure that the units are going to come in after this town hall. And sure enough, here they go, rolling in 2 more rage spells, giant set of quakes. That does massive damage. And remember, of course, we're not just focused on destroying the walls. Think about the amount of damage done by the quakes themselves. Did you see that town hall? It was fragile. I'm serious. An archer fart would have killed that town hall right there. And I'm pretty sure it did. One of the Queen's ability archers did pretty much eat too many bean burritos earlier. So as we roll through the rest of this base, Galadon knows, hey, wait a minute, I've got plenty of time. I don't have to rush this attack. I don't have to end this attack. But, you know, at the same time, nobody decided to go get the Eagle Artillery, which kind of sucks for the rest of my attackers. You know, we lost the P.E.K.K.A.s, and we're pretty much down to the Barb King. And what is ironic is now that I have plenty of time, this ends up being nearly the worst attack of the day. 50%, just barely grabbing the second star, 16 trophies, walking away, taking a deep breath, and realizing that now we can complete the final attack of the day. And what's more important is to remember that this will be the first attack I complete in this entire video where I'm not rushed. So this attack should be an accurate representation of how this attack would normally go, right? All of those other attacks you've seen, you may be disappointed in the percentages, but wait right here. This is how this attack should be completed. Galadon takes a deep breath. He switches his wall wrecker to a stone slammer because he knows the wall wrecker isn't really needed right here. And we get underway with accurate and patient funneling. Then in come the P.E.K.K.A.s and the Ice Golems and the Wizards and the Bowlers. Then in come the heroes. And remember, these are all being deployed in an expeditious fashion, not because I'm rushed, but because we want them all to soak up the rage. Feel the rage, units, feel it. And then beautiful earthquakes, if I do say so myself. Look at that compartment openization. That is not a word. But as the town hall goes down, check it out as those walls are destructified. Also not a word. And we've got units going all over the place. And that means we can access the Eagle Artillery and all three of the multi-target Infernos due to the 4 quakes. So feeling good right now, feeling like, yes, this is how this attack is supposed to go. Ice Golem popping on the left, freeze spell on that remaining multi-target and turn on the right-hand side, and we are getting through this base easily. That's right, you guys. Of course, Galadon, not rushed, patient funneling, proper spell timing and placement, and yes, this is where you see Galadon drop the triples. Yes, okay, it is difficult to do. Yes, I do have a lot of experience in the game, but the thing is, I know when I'm going to drop a 3-star. I can see when the troops are overwhelming the base, and that's exactly what is happening right here. Check out that Ice Golem as the P.E.K.K.A.s patrol on by. You've got an Archer Queen on the left-hand side who is now going to help with the cleanup on the left. We've got the P.E.K.K.A.s, but remember, there's a lot of walls to get through, plenty of time. This is absolutely not going to be a time fail. P.E.K.K.A.s are easily going to wipe out these walls because there's 3 of them. So together they can get through one of those level 12 walls in just about one hit. The Archer Queen did a great job right here, and she has gone through many defensive structures and just barely manages to finish off the Wizard Tower. Check it out. The P.E.K.K.A.s are tanking for the Archer Queen, and yes, we're closing in on the magic 100% mark. The Archer Queen finally goes down, but we only have 4 buildings left, all of them defenses. Watch as these P.E.K.K.A.s work their way through each, one-shotting them together, getting through the mortar easily, and now the Inferno Tower starts to burn. This P.E.K.K.A., not so sure what was the plan here, but the P.E.K.K.A. goes around the outside, and because of this, or I don't know, watch this. So it's out of the range of the Inferno Tower. It comes to get the Wizard Tower, and yeah, there's this issue with 99. So if you guys were predicting 99%, even though this wasn't one of those episodes, you win a 99% 32 trophy, and that concludes 8 Legend League attacks in 18 minutes. There it is. We had about 9 minutes left on the clock as we finished it up. Every single attack was a 2-star. 50, 67, 69, 73, 83, 75, 50, and 99. That's it. Thank you guys, as always, for watching all the way to the end of this exhausting episode. You're the true #GalaFam. I love you guys. I really appreciate that you guys enjoy my content. Now get out there, make the best of the rest of your day, be kind to people, animals, easy on the planet, and I hope to see you all back here again tomorrow, safe and sound, for more full attacks. Galadon, you like the new defense, the multi-target Inferno.